Hello there, welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Joke Rogers. On the program today, Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court, Abuja, grants self-acclaimed leader of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, bail. Nigeria joins the rest of the world to mark World Malaria Day amidst encouraging results from malaria elimination programs. And U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria, Stuart Symington, asks Nigerians to preserve the country's rich natural endowment. Welcome to the show. The self-acclaimed leader of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has been granted bail by the Federal High Court in Abuja. Justice Binta Nyako granted him the bail on health grounds with several conditions, including 3 sureties to include a serving senator, a Jewish religious leader, and a highly respected person with landed property in the FCT. The judge also ruled that Kanu must not grant interviews to journalists, hold rallies, or be in any gathering of more than 10 persons. She says the bail will be revoked if any of the conditions are flouted. The other accused persons were not granted bail. Before the ruling, journalists were barred from the courtroom and a mild drama ensued where the former minister was prevented from entering the court. Nnamdi Kanu is standing trial alongside 3 others for treason. Nigeria today joined the rest of the world to mark World Malaria Day. This comes amid commendation from the World Health Organization for progress in malaria elimination programs across the country, which has reduced the prevalence to 27% as against 42% in 2010. This year, the World Health Organization is calling on countries to further close the gap in the prevention of the disease. Although new malaria cases fell by 21% globally between 2010 and 2015, an estimated 43% of people at risk in sub-Saharan Africa were not protected. In the region, insecticide-treated nets have had the greatest impact, accounting for an eliminated 69% of cases prevented through control tools.
The key message this year is to remind us all that reducing and eliminating malaria creates healthier, more equitable and prosperous societies and promotes a broadly inclusive and multi-sectoral response. We can collectively free Nigeria of the burden of malaria. Malaria, though preventable, still remains a major public health problem in Africa and Nigeria in particular, and constitutes a major barrier to social and economic development. Over 90% of the population in Nigeria is at risk, while children, particularly children under age 5, and pregnant women are seen to be more vulnerable to this disease.
Well, the minister was speaking on the backdrop of World Malaria Day. Meanwhile, residents of Iriogidi village in Idemili North local government area of Anambra State are calling on health authorities to come to their aid to clear stagnant pools of water that breed mosquitoes in their community. The people made the appeal to a delegation from the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria and the Consular General of Nigeria to Pakistan, Ahmed Yakasai, who paid a courtesy visit to the traditional ruler of Ogidi.
The pond, covering a large landmass in Ire-Ogidi, a community in Idemili North local government area, is a source of worry to the residents, as it not only causes flooding in the area, but serves as a breeding ground for mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes are disturbing us. It disturbs us so much. We need the authorities to remove the water. If you do not cover the body properly, the mosquitoes will disturb the children and even us as adults.
The people employ various methods to ward off mosquitoes, including using nets on the windows, but to no avail. And they believe their new traditional ruler should intervene.
The help of our Igwe now, something has been done, but we are still asking the federal government to come and move it away from there.
It forms part of the issues concerning the prevalence of malaria in rural communities that a delegation of Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, led by its national president and Consular General of Nigeria to Pakistan, visit the traditional ruler to make him aware of the dangers of malaria.
And we are appealing to the general public to take hygiene seriously, because it's very important. If you allow your environment to be dirty, you are attracting mosquitoes. And prevention, treatment, very important, but early diagnosis of malaria will go a long way to really have the problem solved.
Knowing what malaria causes to people, I'm sure he would go all out to ensure that the environment, his community, his constituency is clean, rid of every stagnant water, rid of every pond, rid of every dirty area. I am sure he may want to tell the government to come to his aid.
With hopes raised for the people by the state government, help cannot come soon enough.
A lot of information.
Members of Ogulaga community in Burutu local government area of Delta State are calling on both the federal and state governments to stop the activities of oil multinationals which impact negatively on their environment. With the support of environment rights group Center for Peace and Environmental Justice, residents of the community embarked on a peaceful rally to make their voices heard.
Ordinarily, living by the seashores gives a satisfying feeling, but that cannot be said for the resident of Ogulaga community, whose closeness to the Forcados River area of Delta State has been with little or no benefit. Women, men and youth, joined by activists from the Center for Peace and Environmental Justice, marched through the streets of the community, protesting the degradation of their environment as a result of human industrial activities. The residents are not only worried about the effect of the damaged pipelines, but also the pollution coming from gas exploration in their community.
Oil is a blessing to the people, but the people are not seeing the blessing. Instead, we are seeing pain.
We get sick frequently because of gas flare. So what we are now pleading to the government to do something so that health-wise, we will not, that gas flare and other things will not affect us.
The residents of the community are not alone in this fight. The Center for Peace and Environmental Justice is asking government to intervene quickly.
Government must do the needful to end gas flaring, illegal bunkering, illegal refineries, and convert all illegal refineries to modular refineries that will create employment opportunities for our teeming youth.
But the state government says it's working on a developmental plan and asks the community residents to be patient.
Our government is taking steps to bring a level of development to these communities. If you go to Ogulaga today, you will see that roads are being constructed. We agree with them that something needs to be done with a view to making the environment much more livable, not only for the purpose of the human beings that live in these creeks, but also the aquatic life. These have always been their source of livelihood.
Like the popular saying goes, the environment is our future, and the people of Ogulaga are asking the government to take a more proactive step and save their land from going extinct.